Hello everybody and welcome to a new video where we are going to test the new game Atomic Heart with the RTX 2070 Maxq. And we tested at 1080p resolution, and right now we're in the intermission with the atomic settings, which is the highest preset available enabled, and we do not use DLSS at the moment, but we can certainly try that out later on in the video. And so far, this looks very playable. I mean, for some people, maybe 50 to 60 FPS are not enough in a first-person shooter. But since this isn't a competitive online game, I actually wouldn't mind playing with these kind of FPS, as it feels very smooth, to be honest. And this is definitely a very pretty game, especially at these high settings, with some very interesting ideas and really nice architecture. That's interesting. Alright, let's keep on and continue with our mission. And it looks like there's some big parade going on in the background. But yeah, I mean, this should be a fairly intensive area here, since we have a lot of vegetation right now, we have a lot of NPCs and other stuff going on. So this definitely does look good for the graphics card already.
Mit Ausnahme von China natürlich. Anlage 3826 ist nicht weit von unseren chinesischen Verbündeten entfernt. Ich mag ihre Tatkraft.
But yeah, I think that is quite enough for the atomic settings. Let's take it down to ultra settings. Yes, I am sure. Yeah, obviously we are in a different area right now, but is there actually so much FPS gain? Yeah, I think this is slight FPS gain. I think we were in the 60s here. So yeah, from atomic to ultra settings, definitely slight FPS boost. And I have to admit, I don't really see a huge difference between those two settings, but that could just be me, obviously. Alright, let's go on. Oh, this looks cool. Okay, and I guess there's somebody we have to meet. I actually don't know why the game is in German, at least the language, the audio, because I actually switched it to English, as you can see at the subtitles. So no idea why it's still in German. But I hope if you are interested in the story, you can go and read the subtitles, or for the best part, you are not getting spoiled by this video if you don't speak German. But if we are looking at our GPU utilization, it is more than often not in the 90s at the moment, so we are not entirely GPU bound right now, which is quite interesting. And I'm just gonna go and speed this robot up. So that we can continue with our mission and see some more of this world. And this looks very weird. And it actually, does it remind you guys of the movie Avatar? Because it doesn't look like a little bit like the Navis when they are doing their thing. Okay, now you can shut up.
Hat die spanische Inquisition dieses Ding entworfen, Roboter?
Alright, and we can scan now. That is interesting. But I guess we're still trapped inside. Until this person is finally finished, or this robot to be precise.
Halt die Klappe und scan weiter, ja? Ich lerne gerade die neue Hardware kennen.
But I think in any case we are going to set the settings now another notch down to the high settings. We're gonna apply that. Yes. And I'm still not really able to see a significant difference in the graphics quality right now, to be honest. It still looks pretty great. But we are seeing more FPS than before, and we are less, or I'll say even less GPU bound right now. So the 2070 once again is probably able to provide us with some more FPS than what we are seeing right now, but it's just our CPU that is holding back our system at the moment. This looks absolutely awesome. I mean, look at these buildings and everything. Yeah, so the developers definitely had a lot of details in mind when it came to this game, and I really love that. Alright. So yeah, definitely our 2070 Maxq would be able to perform a little bit better than what we are seeing in some of the areas, like right now when we're looking back and we're just 70% GPU bound. But if we're going into this direction, yeah, now we're GPU bound again, or at least sometimes we are. This looks fabulous as well. I mean, we don't have any ray tracing enabled since they actually deleted that from this game, but even without any ray tracing, this still looks very fantastic. With all the reflections going on, probably would look even better with ray tracing, of course, but I mean, for the fact that we don't have any ray tracing enabled, this is very nice. Yeah, I mean, look at all these reflections in the glass. Obviously, you can see how it disappears once we're not seeing the screen. So, yeah, there you got it. It's not a real ray tracing here, but it still looks pretty interesting. Okay, well, I think we can go and switch it now to the medium settings. Are we seeing an FPS boost? Maybe it's just that it has to render different things here, but I mean, we are in the same elevator again, but this is definitely very playable with 140 FPS. And if I remember correctly, because I did test this game on my desktop PC with the RX 6900 XT and the Ryzen 5800X 3D. This was definitely one of the more intensive areas. So if we're seeing 140 FPS right now, that is very good for the system.
Das nenne ich mal Stil. Wissenschaft ist eben Macht. Ich bewundere wirklich, wie der Boss auf unüberwindbare Hindernisse herabblickt. Es gibt keine Hindernisse, die die Wissenschaft nicht abgesehen von einem elektronischen Handschuh, der nie
Alright, and what do these robots want now? Giving us a key. Alright. And I am still not seeing a huge difference in graphics performance or in the graphics fidelity, to be honest. I mean, Probably some of the details aren't rendered as fine anymore here, but in total it still looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think we're gonna go and switch down to the low settings now. And we're getting even better FPS. Or are we? Let's look at the same scene as before. I mean, this should probably be the same thing. And we are seeing a huge performance boost, to be honest. From 140 FPS we had at medium settings when we looked at the situation to 160, 70. So I mean, it's not a huge performance boost in percentage numbers, but in total numbers obviously it is quite a little bit if you have a high refresh rate monitor. But yeah, this definitely doesn't look too bad. So even at 1080p, low settings, medium settings, high settings and the ultra settings, you should have a playable experience, and